Good day everyone, here's my Dodge Dakota here. It's winter time in Canada. As you can see, it's pretty snowy and it's pretty cold. And our sun is low on the horizon. This is how it looks when you're up in Canada. The sun never goes above you, it stays about that height there. So anyways, typically what happens when winter comes, if your battery's a bit weak, your vehicle's not going to start. So we're going to do a few things here. I'm going to change this battery out, and we're also going to look at the temperature sensor for the battery, which is something you should be, looking into. And we'll get into why. Okay, everyone. Excuse me. I just wanted to show you how to test one of these battery temperature sensors. This is the old one. It's the new one. So I had them both actually in the freezer. So I'm going to do a really quick reading, then I'll explain how I have the meter set, because I want to do this before they warm up, just to see if they're both sort of giving me the same number. So let's just say around 65. Do this one really quick. Okay, so they're both reasonably the same, so that's a good sign that I probably don't need to replace the temperature sensor for the battery, which is a good thing because these are like 40 bucks up here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the old one again. Now when you're testing these, if you're using one of these multimeters, there's an ohm setting, and so you set it, I set mine to 200K. If you're not on the right setting, nothing will show up on the display. It might exceed whatever the decimal places are, so you won't see anything. So make sure, if nothing's showing up, make sure you have the right setting on there. If nothing's showing up in the number field. The black should be in the common slot or socket, and your red one, if you look on your meter, it should show an indication of what it's all for, and I see the little ohm. You probably can't see it, but there's a little ohm sign on there. So that's the positions that you want, and that's the setting that you want. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a hair dryer. So this might be a little bit noisy, I'll be sure to lower the volume, but so let's just watch the meter. I'm going to get this hooked up again. So when it's really cold, that number was high, so the resistance was high. And so, if I can manage to get this on here. Come on, there we go. Okay, so it has been warming up, so now it's lower than what, I think it was at 65-ish around before. So I'm gonna heat these both up. I mean, we're only gonna be reading this one, but once they're both heated up about the same, then I'm going to go and check the new one to see if the numbers are matching. And then we know it's probably working fine. So here we go, let's start heating this up. So yeah, just watch the display as it heats up. The number goes lower, meaning the resistance is going down, and it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. So anyways, I'm just going to leave this on here. It's probably heating up. I bet they're close to like room temperature now. So again, so what's the big deal about having this temperature sensor for the battery? Like, what's it for? Basically, if you live, especially if you live in a cold climate, it tells the system, however it does it, through the resistance, it sends a signal and it says, hey, we need to put more power to that battery to get it charged up properly. Because a cold battery, the current, it doesn't like to flow very well, so it pushes some more probably amperage into there, get things moving, and that's really why you do it. And then also, if it's really, really hot, it knows to slow down the charging system so that you don't overheat the battery and wreck it, if everything's working properly, that is. So that's what this is all about. And you know, if you want your battery to last a long time, you should check this sensor to see if it's working. I'm going to take you outside and show you how to get this back in, because I didn't finish yesterday. It got too dark. And today, well, it's snowing, but we'll make it happen. I'm going to show you a little trick how to get this back in, fed through the battery tray, because yesterday when I looked at it, I said, gee whiz, I can't fit my hand in there or anything. How am I going to get this back to the harness where it plugs in? And again, remember, take this off. This is for the little mounting where it mounts on, but remove that for now. And we'll slide that in once we're ready, once we get this fed through. So here, I'm just going to do another quick check here. I just want to see if the old one and the new one are about the same. Okay, so the old one's at 12.3. And there's the new one. That's 12.2, so that's good. They're both working about the same. So, yeah, I mean, you could just, if you want to, I mean, if you want to spend the money, just put the new one in, but you know what? 40 bucks is 40 bucks. So I'm just going to take it back. You can always buy another one, right? Sometimes I have a habit of keeping things that I shouldn't keep, and then I never use them. So I'm going to take this back. It's not like they're going to, you know, disappear. Anyways, so let's go outside now in this light snow we have, and I'll show you how to feed this in. Actually, I'm glad I didn't finish this yesterday, because I thought about it this morning and the solution came. So that's how things work sometimes. Sometimes if you're having trouble with something, no matter what it is in life, car stuff, everything, sometimes leave it alone for a day and it'll all become clear. So this is the problem, folks. When you drop this down into here, you can't really get your hand under there to pull this harness back out to get it over here. So what I did, got a coat hanger, and I just put a band in it, and we're going to give this a try. So I'm just going to feed this underneath where it should come out. Okay, so I can see the end right here. That's good. Okay, so now I have it hooked on there, so let's keep our fingers crossed. And here we go. As long as I don't drop it. Okay. So, got the end here. I'm going to plug this in right now. And there, you'll hear a little snap if it's together properly. And remember the little mounting piece. I'll slide that on out here. Oh, no way, I dropped it. All right, so I did drop it, but no big deal. I found it. You know, you can't really see what I'm doing here anyway. But, so I'm gonna hook this on. There we go. And then I'm just gonna, so I have it on there, push it back into its spot. And as you can see, this is all ready to go. Just push it down into position there. There. It's supposed to be springy like that, so that's good. Let me get this thing out of here. So, okay, so let me go get the battery, and we'll drop that in. As you can see, it's a nice day out here again. And all right, let's get the battery. Okay, so I have the battery just sitting there. It's ready to drop into place now. I don't know if I mentioned, but I really recommend that you try to find the exact fit battery for this truck. I mean, almost any battery will fit and work in here, but if you get the right size, this is the original battery cover too. So since I got the exact same size that the truck came with, cover fits on nice, so you know, might as well utilize it. It's because this not only is the cover, it's also has the mounting bolts in here to hold your battery in place. So I'm sure other batteries will work fine. I just thought, hey, if I can get the right size, we'll get the right one. And so let's just drop this battery down in here. Okay. Sitting nice? Okay. Honestly, you know, I have to be honest when I do these videos. Like, it's not fake. So basically I put the terminals on, but yeah, I forgot to put on the nice cover and the basically the mounting cover that you know, holds the battery in place. So let's go ahead and try this again. All right, that's better. And you know what? I'm gonna put these bolts in now. Well, I'm gonna get them started anyway. Put a little bit of lube on these threads. There we go. All right, try to get this side. Oh, that's good. Okay. Just snug these up. Don't make them super tight. No reason to over tighten things. Hook up the positive here. Make sure this one's clear of everything. This doesn't matter. This can touch anything on the frame or whatever. Okay, so that one's there. Let's get this guy down. Have to tap that on again. Wow, that guy had his radio on loud. I don't know if you heard that. All right, let's seat it down. Good. Well, remember there was that little cable guide here. Might as well hook that on now before I forget. Or is it broken now? I think it's broken. Oh, it's not important. Just holds the cable against here, and it's not going anywhere anyway because it's already snug along there. Okay, and when you're tightening up, you know, these nuts on these terminals, you don't want to go crazy tightening either because we're dealing with lead. This is a lead, you know, connector. Lead is very soft. It will bend a lot for you, but it will also have a tendency of breaking if you over tighten them. So just sort of be careful. I mean, if it's, you can tell if it's on there good. And well, that one anyway. This one's an all steel connector. I don't know. So this one's probably a little bit tougher. Again, when you're working on this positive, make sure you don't touch anything. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a world of trouble. Working on the negative, it doesn't matter. You can touch the frame, you know, with your wrench or whatever. That feels good. Okay, I have all my sockets, all my pieces. So let's go see if this thing starts. I know, how about before we start it, let's check. Just want to see how this battery is. Okay, so that's good. It's above 12. No, it's 12.14. I mean, this was pre-charged at the store, so who knows how long it's been sitting. But it's above 12, very good sign. My other battery would not, it'd be like 11.5, and that means there's a dead cell for sure. So, I'm gonna go fire this up. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can keep this hooked on here. Start it. Okay, that looks all right. Get in on that meter a bit. Hopefully you can hear me. This was great. Started up good. The voltage, obviously it's producing power, trying to charge the battery. It's up to 14, about 14. That's very normal. So here, let me just move away. So there you have it. That's the adventure for today. Hope you have a nice warm day. It's not always like this here, but it is today. Take care, everyone.